Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yay, thumbs up for that, a brand new day. Ugh, we cannot stop the flow of time, oddly enough. You can personally stop your flow of time, but time still flows. We don't really know what time is. It's inextricably tied into mass because mass slows down time. But we don't exactly know what time is or why it flows forward. Anyway, though, welcome to this, a brand new day, and welcome to the Shelton, Washington weather report. Last night when I went walkies, it was windy and cold and slightly rainy. Mostly misty, a little bit of rain. To this morning, of course, I went out again. So it was windy and cold, but not rainy. So that's good. Definitely thumbs up. It may rain, it may not. It's hard to tell. I live in the rainy part of the country. Even if it says it's not going to rain, it might. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, thumbs up and welcome to the day. I did have therapy yesterday. I talked with my therapist. The people that had been in charge of getting everything had messed everything up. Nothing was right. It was all horribly wrong. But my therapist has gotten it all fixed up. They're going to be contacting me to get me an appointment to talk to a telehealth people so that online or over the phone I can talk to a psychiatrist and I can be prescribed meds. So that's good. We have appointments for my therapist. It's like 1,000 have been pre-approved. So I could talk every day for 3 years. I've been talking only once a week, for the past couple. So he'd have to explain why it was suddenly daily. But we're looking good. So that's definitely a thumbs up. He also, it's not going to really help for summertime, but it might. I do suffer from seasonal affective disorder syndrome. Not enough sunlight, and it affects my mood. They are supposed to be, hopefully it'll only take another couple months, sending me an anti-SADS lamp so I can be able to plug that in even when I'm in here, and I won't get full sunlight, but it'll help. So that's good, and it's good to know. I also talked with him about the various thoughts that I had about where I may possibly be on the autism spectrum, because I don't know the words, but the more I look at my life and the more I look at my habits and the way I do and the way I act, that helps explain so much through my life. It would be like Anthony Hopkins, because Anthony Hopkins found out fairly recently, like within the past 20 years, that he is mildly autistic. He never knew. Nobody around him ever knew. It's that the wording is wrong, and I want to use the right wording, but he's high functioning. And if I am on that spectrum, I am very high functioning, but it explains so much. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, there's other things, so that's good. We talked about various things, and that's good. That's good. So, all in all, it was a very good meeting, and I'm very, very glad. Definitely a thumbs up. I do not have a ton of stuff on my topics list, but that's okay. I've got a few things that I want to talk about. One of them is kind of weird. I talked yesterday about how I've got this weird story idea, and it's very grim and dark, with the shoot you in the face-o-gram. I started thinking about that and what sort of world it would be and what the people are like. And this is an alternate of our universe in the giant multiverse, the Unga, that particular Ung. The people within are just tired. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, ethically, morally tired. At the same time, society, while falling apart, is not collapsing into anarchy. Everybody is still trying to make things work as best it can because they want to be comfortable, and everyone still has a lot of empathy for each other. It's hard for me, I don't want to make it hard on anyone else. And so you may go to work and you may be working in a factory that used to have 100 automated lines with 100 automated robots on each line, and now maybe 25 of the lines are working with like 1 or 2 automated robots on them. The rest just don't work anymore. The landscape on the outside of the city, you can see all around there's tall structures and gigantic buildings, but they're rusting and falling apart. Society and everything is just slowly running down, and the people are just trying to get through it as best they can because they're just so tired. And it's the kind of world where you walk down to the corner store, and for the past couple of months you've been talking to the person behind the counter. You know, you pay for your stuff, you pass a few words. You know, this time you walk in and the person behind the counter, well, they've managed to open up a vein and now they're all cold and dead behind the register. So you just, instead of, being shocked and horror and all that, it's like, oh wow, well, good job, Trudy, you finally had the courage. Thumbs up for that. You still gather your stuff and then you leave your money to pay for it on the stack of cash that other people have left there next to the body. And then you leave. And it's like just a vague feeling of, well, good for her, she got it done. It's a very dark and grim world that way. Why I'm spending any time at all on it? Well, it's dark and grim up here with my depression. So yeah, it's something that everybody does. When you are used to an area, you feel comfort in it. And I feel comfort in depression, though I shouldn't. Everybody does. So thumbs up on that. There's other things as well, and they're not all horrific and depressing. I've also been thinking about, well, actually, this one's more of a joke thing. I mentioned this to Russian timing, how it's what I wish I could do is like get a stack of evidence for like masks or vaccines or any of these GOP people who are just, they're willfully ignorant and glad to be so. What I would like to do was just get a big stack of evidence on a table and then get those people and bring them over there, and then I would just grab their ears and start slamming their heads into the evidence, because get that evidence in there somehow. But the problem is, once I started, I wouldn't be able to stop, and I would be crying and screaming and slamming their heads on the tables until their skulls got all soft and pulpy, and they'd have to drag me away just crying uncontrollably because I wouldn't be able to stop. So yeah, it's a good thing I don't do that. Let's see, what else did I have? Not actually a whole lot. So what I'm going to do is some story talk, some pleasant, well, as pleasant as cosmic horrors can be, some creative story talk about the cosmic horrors. I have mentioned how that there is it's a part of a gigantic multiverse with creation happening all the time. New universes are being just created out of nothing. They are events just like the creation of ours, which was, we don't know what it was before because we can't understand it. It's physics breaks down in a singularity. And there was a singularity. There was an event. And from that event, we had expansion. And take a look at the rest of the universe right now. That's happening constantly. It's like the fires of creation are burning hot and hard. It hit the ground running, has been running as fast as it can since the very beginning without a single stutter or skip. Universes are spawning constantly off existing ones, and new ones are springing into existence as others wither, perish, and vanish. So there's a lot of creation going on. And because of that, there is a generalized time stream within each universe. If you're from that universe, you are tied to that time stream. Now, if you leave, you're out. You're out of the time stream. You are disconnected. You will still age, but you don't have anything that you can relate it to. And because you're out and disconnected, when you're not looking, you turn around and your universe has faded and died while you were out of it. So the time streams are all connected to each individual universe, but the multiverse, as the gigantic fires of creation are just burning, it has a heartbeat of creation with the time stream. There is a larger time stream within the multiverse itself. Except, of course, there is the city, the infinite abandoned city that lays on top of that is also disconnected from the main multiverse time stream, because it is a separate thing. There was a race of beings that were able to conceptualize, gather the resources, and then create a literally infinite, limitless, and boundless city that runs in 3 dimensions infinitely in every direction. If you could travel at 1 trillion times the speed of light, with the speed of light with that speed that you're running at multiplying by itself every femtosecond, as you go faster and faster, you would never reach the end. It is literally endless. At the same time, that is a hell of a lot of math and construction, because it's obviously an infinite amount of mass, but it doesn't collapse into a black hole. It's just 1G that you feel when you're there, no matter where you are. So thumbs up on that. But there are the cosmic horrors that, because they were born in the city, are disconnected from the main time stream of the multiverse. But most of them, except for 2 main ones, spend most of their time within multiverses. They all do, but within universes. There is Tamikanoso, who runs with a pack. It runs from universe to universe, world to world, primarily caught up in the stream of time that way. Erogots, who is cataloging the multiverse, who is so large it fills an infinite, limitless universe as well, with all the information coming in stored as informational fat within its body. And it's within a universe, so it's tied to that time stream. The only ones that aren't are Gotzi Ray, who feels claustrophobic within normal matter, does not like being in places even like, just a regular universe, does not like being in the city, because it's so claustrophobic. Normal matter is just so tight and squishy. Ugh. It just doesn't like it. And so it spends most of its time outside of universes. And then, of course, there is Jimore, who is like a gigantic slime mold that is immobile and trapped within the infinite city. It, too, totally disconnected from the time stream entirely. But most of the others still run within. But they don't run at different times because they are all siblings. They are connected, and they all age at the same time, at the same rate. It doesn't matter if one's moving really fast out of the time stream and one of them, like Erogots, is in universe. They're moving at the same speed relative to each other, although not relative to everything else around them. So thumbs up on that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I do. Answer as many as my executive dysfunction will allow. Thumbs up on that. If I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I can have American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibromyalgia, ADHD, and more, I'm sometimes like I can remember anything at all. So let me call on my Chrome, We have James Sellers, thumbs up and thank you. Zira GD, thumbs up. Biological, greatly appreciated. Stephen Ness, thumbs up. Russian Timing, always good to see you in the comments, my friend. Outrautono, thumbs up and thank you. Muisio, M-U-I-S-E-O, thumbs up and thank you. King Dragon 13, thumbs up. Colin Reisner, greatly appreciated. Carl Reshigan, thumbs up. Tanix, greatly appreciated. Tommy Nelson, good to see you in the comments. Pizza Pesto Pasta, thumbs up. Young Prince, greatly appreciated. We have Natan CZTERNASTEK, thumbs up and thank you. We have Tony, greatly appreciated. There is Saki Noob, greatly appreciated. Taylor Alt Miller, I like that name. And then there's Chris G, thumbs up and thank you. And thank you for the clarification. Ricky Bettini with the daily reminder to live every day to its fullest. Anime fan, greatly appreciated. Here, Chalky, thumbs up and thank you. And Christopher Thomas, did I thank you already? I'm not sure, but thank you very, very much. Garrett Montana, thumbs up. And last but not least, KS Lee, thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you get me out of my head into the world dealing with real people, and that is appreciated to know, and thank you so very, very much. You get me out of my head into the world dealing with real people, and that's a very, very good thing. If you could check out my various things down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. If you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wish list link as well with things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation for my existence, the definite thumbs up, and of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, very, very cool, and thank you so very much. And of course, I forgot. Oh boy, my brain. The horse head of judgment, that's what it is. No, my God. Let's try that again. The horse head of encouragement has nothing but love and affection for every human being on the face of this planet. It has nothing but admiration and joy in mind for all of us. Thumbs up for that. And of course, Black Lives Matter. Come on. And during these hard times, please do your best to stay as safe and creative as possible, because if you have to go out, please wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing, and of course, if you don't have to go out, please don't go out. The last thing you want to do is gasp out the end of your life on a respirator in a hospital. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.